Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to provide just a little update of what I've been working on. So the helicopter has four different ropes of four different lengths. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to design a system to be able to balance the ropes. So here I have a microcontroller. So these two panels here are custom buttons, up down and up down, for the front winch and the rear winch and the front winch and the rear winch on both sides of the helicopter. So I'm using an OR switch, okay, to say process an input from the panel or process an input from the Lua code. And so what I've done with the Lua is I've been able to make it so that way you can choose a desired length, and then it will either expand or contract, and then once it gets to that length it'll stop. So let me explain. What it does is it takes the current rope length and it compares it to the length that you want, and then it outputs a signal, and that signal goes to winch in or winch out. So the code is really simple. As you can see here, we have four winches, A, B, C, and D. So we have four custom values, A, B, C, and D. And then we need four on-off values so we know when to put the functions through. So I did run into one problem, and that was once you set the values to true and true, it didn't want to reset for me. I'm not that good at coding, so that's probably why. So what I ended up doing was I used an OR switch and a NOT. So when you have the value, and then I use the reset. So I say if reset, then set the output to false on channel 1 and channel 2. And then what I do is I say when this button is not on, okay, it's going to function reset and tell it to reset. So all of the buttons will have to do that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You just have to set up these NOT here and then run it through an OR. Probably need 2 more of those. And that way it's like, okay, this value or that value or that value, which is here and here. This will explain later. So there's a panel in the cockpit that basically has 4 switches on it. When the switches are active, it activates this part of the helicopter, so that way you can there we go. So that way you can use this. And all the script does is just greater than and less than. That's all it does. True and false. Done deal. Set the input. Give it some output. I thought it was really neat, but then I thought that's what I was about to do on the crane. And then when I switched it over for the helicopter, I thought, okay, well, let's just do it for the helicopter then. And then that way I'll do it on the crane and it'll be no big deal. Because that was part of the issues that I was having with the ropes, was that they're 4 different lengths. So when you're trying to lift stuff, you want to be able to balance that. Just give it a minute here, and it'll do its it'll do its thing. Yeah, so you want to be able to balance your load, and it's not like when I'm flying, I can just get out of my helicopter, and then tell the winch to go in and out and just watch the length. Like that's silly. So what I've done here in the front. So this is the panel here, the 4 on-off values, and these are the 4 winches here, the lengths. These are the 4 custom lengths, and then this is the up down up down up down up down for all 4 winches. So for example, this one is at 4.4. Okay, we can expand that to 6. Turn it on, it'll expand to 6. And then what it'll do is it'll sit there and it'll stay on 6. See that? And then so when you turn it off, it'll stop. And then I can increase that, to 8. Turn it on again, it'll expand until it goes to 8. It'll do the greater than and less than. So yeah, just kind of showing again just another way that you can use the code to help you out when you're there. See, if you're struggling to try and get things, to try and measure things, here's just a way, just a simple way of having a little bit of fun. You can write a little bit of code and then push a couple of buttons, and then you get these exact responses. So yeah, I just wanted to show that. That's what I've been sort of working on. I'm going to finish that. I thought that would be neat. It's something that a crane needs. When you're lifting something up, you want to make sure that you're lifting it up equally. And with the ability to choose each length, if you're lifting up a truck or something that has different heights on it, at different anchor points at different heights, you'll be able to balance that while you're moving. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.